You see that? That's what I spent my time doing as a preteen, because 12-year-old boys are totally mature and should be allowed to have free roam over the internet. I'm the living adult version of that 12-year-old that was telling you to go f yourself while stealing your oak tree in a free-to-play world and telling you to hop. Get some, dude. Jokes aside, anyone who grew up playing RuneScape like myself probably has a very similar coming-of-age story, whether it was getting 10k stolen from you when 10k was your entire bank, or getting groomed by a 50-year-old when you were just a 12-year-old trying to have some fun on the internet. Good times. I have childhood memories of being scammed and muted and just overall having a blast on RuneScape. Some of the lessons that this point-and-click MMO have taught us have turned us into the sad, sad men, and men pretending to be women, and 3 actual women that we are today. If this video somehow hits RuneScape players' homepage, I know exactly what you're thinking. Why am I watching the Wish.com version of Jimmy? But you're probably also thinking, man, it would be really awesome if all the other OSRS content creator guys made a video talking about their most nostalgic moments in RuneScape, like this guy that I don't know is about to do. Today I want to take some time to talk about a few of the core memories that I earned in RuneScape, and take you guys along the way. With that said, let's get right into it, into one of my first core memories of being scammed on RuneScape. This video, as always, is brought to you by the like button. Take literally 1 second out of your day, just one, please, and click the like button, please. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so the first memory that actually pops into my head when I'm thinking about playing RuneScape as a kid is just how ridiculously gullible I was, and how I would get scammed by anyone who would put in just a modicum of effort. This story begins before I even hit level 10, okay? I was just minding my own business, killing some gobbies behind Lumbee Castle, when a gentleman in full mithril approached me and gave me, now I don't want to exaggerate here, he gave me 400 gold, not 4,000, not 40,000. He gave me 400 gold. Like I said, the guy was wearing full myth, and I was like, dude, first of all, how are you so blue? And secondly, how are you so rich? I said my thanks to my newly found brother, and I decided it was time. I was gonna buy my first rune weapon with 400 gold. Little did I know, this 400 gold was gonna be my first introduction into what online gaming is really like. Because boy, it did not take me long to lose that 400 gold via scam. So after being given my mini riches by Mr. Myth himself, I trotted my happy little ass right up to Varrock City Center. Because Varrock City Center is where we used to actually buy and sell stuff before there was a grand exchange. A sidebar, legit core memory that I have is I learned to type so fast from selling items in RuneScape and MapleStory before there was a grand exchange in RuneScape, because you had to type everything individually all the time. Like if you wanted to sell some lobs, dude, you had to type selling 28 lobs, selling 38 lobs, selling 427 lobs. Like you just had to do it, man. So you would just get them speedy fingers. There was no way around it. After I got to Varrock, I looked at the attack skill guide and I knew exactly what rune weapon I needed to buy. A rune sword. Not a long sword, not a scimitar, or even a battle axe. A rune sword. Why I chose a rune sword, I don't know, but I remember I chose a rune sword. That's what I wanted. So as you do, I started running around Varrock being like, buying rune sword, buying rune sword, buying rune sword, buying rune sword. And then that magical moment came. Somebody traded me and they actually had a rune sword, and I put up my 400 gold and I clicked accept, and he clicked accept, and then in the second trade window he declined. Lag LOL, he said, because who hasn't lag LOL, do you know what I mean? So he put back up the trade and I put up my 400 gold and he put up an iron sword and I clicked accept, and then he clicked accept, and then I clicked accept again and he gave me an iron sword, and I didn't know because it was in a banknote and it was just so small and I couldn't tell, and I was so excited to have a rune weapon, and I got traded an iron sword and I lost my 400 gold, and it was so sad. I was defeated, I was torn, and I was out the 400 gold that Mr. Myth gave me. But I gained one thing. I gained a life lesson that there are really awful people out there who will try to take advantage of you, even if it's for 400 gold, and even if you're 12 years old, they'll do it. They don't care. And that is a good life lesson to know. Do you remember like 2 years ago when digital monkey JPEGs were worth $2 billion online for some reason? Us OG RuneScape players saw the NFT scam coming from a mile away. At least I did, and I hope you did too. OG RuneScape vets that have been getting scammed since before you had pubes. NFTs were just a big RuneScape scam at the end of the day, baby. These are life lessons. Thanks, Jagex. Moving on. For our second core memory here, I'm gonna have to take you back to middle school, because I don't know about you, but I learned about RuneScape through word of mouth. In late elementary school, early middle school, for my age bracket, RuneScape was just all over school, like all over the computer labs, everyone was playing it. Because this game was actually popular enough to cross into my real life at such a young age, I actually had real life friends to play RuneScape with, unlike now. Naturally, among 12-year-old boys, the conversation always led to who is better at RuneScape, which is just a stupid question, but of course it went there. So I had a friend that also played RuneScape with me, Zach. And Zach, if you're still out there, dude, I haven't forgotten what you done to me. I remember that your friend broke up with me because you got a girlfriend and you decided that you could no longer hang out with the boys and play RuneScape anymore, man. That's messed up. I'll never forget. Zach was just straight up bragging one week, bro, about how he was fishing all these lobsters in Karamja and he was getting rich. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little jealous. Looking back, Zach was kind of a Chad, dude. Let's be honest. My man had a girlfriend and was fishing lobbies and making bank. He was rich online. Like, damn, Zach, I didn't know you had it like that. Little did Zach know, I was hiding away my super ADHD powers and I was gonna unleash them on his ass. Over the weekend, I borrowed the family laptop that didn't typically get any use because it was super old, but it was good enough to play RuneScape, and I logged into my brand new account I just created, Skater for Life 41. Or maybe 44, but for the purpose of this, we're calling it 41 because I think that's what it was. The funniest part of this username is, like, I suck ass at skateboarding, bro. My peak was like being able to ollie. This account, as you could guess, logged in and fucking fished all weekend until he could himself get to Karamja. And then he fished all the rest of the weekend in Karamja and just did nothing but fish. The reason I made a second account to do this was I didn't want to be bothered with fishing on my main account because that's boring, which is why I said I used my super ADHD powers, because only a super ADHD person would log into RuneScape as a 12-year-old on 2 different laptops, essentially doing multi-logging before I even knew what multi-logging even was, just so I could make a separate account to fish more than my friend and pass him at a fishing level, because that's what I did. So Monday rolls around and I roll up to school like, what's up, Zach? Let me introduce you to my Karamja locked ultimate frickin' fishing guy who only fishes Skater for Life 41, and he already has a higher fishing level than you, bro. Are you jealous? I don't think he was jealous, and this was probably the moment he realized he needed to get a girlfriend and lose us. So just to recap, at the age of 12, I created a second RuneScape account just to fish, to pass my friend's fishing levels so that I can continue to play on my main account doing whatever I want on 2 computers at the same time. Did anyone else have this habit when they were a kid of just making way too many RuneScape accounts? I had a peer for everything, and keep in mind I was dog at PKing, dude. I was awful at PKing, but I had a range peer, I had a mage peer, I had a strength peer, Zerker peer, a fucking fishing peer. I had them all, dude. I was just making accounts. And what this core memory taught me in life was don't annoy your friends or something or whatever. Moving on. This third and final memory is something that I'm going to truly call unlocked, because I didn't even remember it until I started writing this script and did the first 2 memories, and I just started getting flooded of all these times that I got scammed, and this one popped into my head and it had to be brought up. This is the story of the time that I got scammed so poorly that I decided that I was going to become a scammer. Naturally, like I said, this story begins with me getting scammed, so let's get that out of the way. Every RuneScape player is going to know this scam, man. It's like the first one in the scam book, page 1. Jagex blocks your password. See, look, mine's asterisk, 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 asterisk. And what did my dumb ass think at 12 years old when someone randomly walked up to me and told me that? Well, of course I responded Yu-Gi-Oh! 42069. Yep, I fucked up. I fucked up big time, dude. At this point, me and this guy have an Olympic freaking race to log out and try to get my password changed, dude. Naturally, I came out victorious and got my password changed, and he didn't steal my account, and it was a great sigh of relief because as soon as I saw the word Yu-Gi-Oh 42069 pop up in the chat, dude, I just knew that I was boned. I logged back into RuneScape that day, and I had enough, bro. I had just had enough. No longer was I going to be the one getting scammed. I'm the scammer now. I'm the scammer now, just like that Captain Phillips movie. Roll it.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the
scammer.
I spent the rest of my afternoon walking up to people, dropping the whole Jagex doesn't block your password, bro, type it out to me, to other unassuming 12-year-olds. After a long failed first day and night of attempting to scam children, I finally logged out and put my little head on the pillow and went to bed for the night. I got excited to do it again the next day, and I logged in and yep, they got me. They got me. After being bullied relentlessly in this game, after being scammed so many times, and finally deciding that I had enough. Clearly, scammers don't get dealt with in this game because I get scammed every day. I'm the scammer now. I got banned. I got my first ever RuneScape account permanently banned this moment. I will always remember the feeling of shame that I had to experience when I went up teary-eyed to my grandma and explained to her that I could no longer play my medieval point-and-click simulation fucking stupid game that I was so in love and addicted to. RuneScape, I think, actually taught me a very valuable life lesson here, and that was not to sell my morals for virtual currency or anything, really. I don't think that I've scammed anyone online or in a game ever again after this. Or in real life, by the way. I don't know why I said online and in a game, implying like it was almost like I was trying not to say I don't scam people in real life, but I don't, I promise. I'm really curious what other memories people have of getting scammed, muted, and all the crazy things that happened to us when we were kids in RuneScape. If you don't mind and you listen this far, let me know. Leave a comment down below in RuneScape or your favorite childhood game growing up. What is your favorite like core memory that you felt actually taught you a valuable life lesson in online gaming? Because I think we all have those lessons. After recalling all these memories, it's almost like when we're so young online and playing games, we're not only just gaining XP in game, we're gaining XP in life. And isn't that just beautiful? With that said, Wish.com Jimmy is out. See you guys later.